Hello my dudes, it is Timwolf back at it again. So, another big update. This time it isn't the sound mod. In fact, it is the global illumination enhance. So, the full version of the global what? Bloody hell, it's a long thing. GLE, let's call it GLE. Alright, so GLE, full version, coming right up. I highly recommend you also use war effects. It's not by me, it's by Lord Wedgie. Use it, use it, use it. I've got some feedback for Mr. Wedgie here anyway, because there's some things that I want to just make a statement on for improvement. But yeah, what else? So no evil radio, that's... Just use the latest version, because I've already updated that, but I'm playing around with some more effects, but I probably won't be updating that just because it's a few gigabytes for basically all the radio effects. Nobody really wants to download all that, so unless you really want an update, then let me know. And my music mod, so I'm currently working on this. A lot of bugs to sort out, but I'm expanding the music mod, basically, to put it there. I'm not going to comment any further on that. MW5 VFX. MechWarrior Enhanced VFX. So I'm finally compartmentalizing the MW5 mod. I'm having issues making it work with MercTech, which is the visual effects, but I think Magnum is doing his own. So I just need to basically give him some feedback on some visual effects that I kind of want to change in. But other than that, we're going to be just pay attention to the missiles. So currently it's a work in progress. I'm remaking everything. But yeah, I still have MercTech comp packs and stuff enabled and all that, just because this is for testing. And other than that, that's all we have today. In the pit. For some reason it's not working well. I think it's the cockpit class, so I'll probably have to just go back to that. Anyway. Now, for the GLE mod, I would highly recommend you check your brightness settings for your monitor and your contrast, and as well as the brightness in-game. Set the brightness for in-game to 5, if you haven't already. No, that doesn't matter. What I want to show you today is the extremes of, let's go forest, summer. Alright, we want the extremes. Now, I've just been testing, especially around the forest biomes, just because there's a lot of trees and a lot of variation within lighting and stuff like that. Let's just do 33. Time of day, late afternoon. I think that's the best time to show. Noon is really good if you really want something bright. So in the full version, basically, I've adjusted the settings for the time of day, precipitation, so maybe we'll give some rain. I haven't tested it with rain yet, and conditions. So there's a whole bunch of settings with the weather and the lighting and like the time of day settings and all that. All this kind of stuff can be adjusted, which I have. But yeah, so if you really want a really bright map, that's why I said adjust your brightness settings once you've installed the mod. Because let's say if you go late, or not, let's go noon. Noon is the brightest time of the day, and you put it to light or extreme. Actually, no, light will make everything look really bright. Realistically so on a really bright day. If you live in Canada or something like that, you probably don't know what a bright day is. Actually, no. Let's go to the UK. British people don't know what a bright day is. All they know is rain. But if you live anywhere near I am, you know what a bright day is. All right. It might be a little bit blinding for you. So I would assume you would adjust your settings to fit your own needs. But I'm not changing the brightness. I really want a high dynamic range and difference between all these different settings. So all these settings mean something. In the stock game, I mean, you can put moderate to extreme and nothing really much changes. When you're going in game, You want to pay attention to the biomes now, as everything has changed. It will add, of course, a bit more difficulty to the game because visibility can be a bit shoddy, but I'll show you. So we're going to do the extreme rain, dawn. Let's do late afternoon. Dawn will actually look really good, but let's just go late afternoon, just so I'd say it's a middle of the road kind of thing. And well, let's go just do Comstar. Anyway, so we'll generate that.
Extreme weather warning is in effect, Commander. You'll have limited visibility out there and have to contend with sensor malfunctions.
And let's just add some double heat sinks. And armor. And that should be good. Let's paint the mech. Alright, let's go. I'm gonna turn my mic off for this, guys, but just pay attention to all the different changes. There's a lot going on here.
We've been slated for a demolition job, so let's find the target location and get to smashing. Our employer has okayed the use of airstrike on this mission. Stand by for strike confirmation.
On approach, you have entered a restricted area. If you do not immediately withdraw, we will use all force necessary to remove you.
Target destroyed.
Targeted asset, move up to it, and we'll begin the recovery procedure. There's your target objective, Commander. Why don't you go over and introduce yourself? No! Commander! Fab! Dispatch recovery teams immediately! Commander, do you read me?
Well, that went a bit shorter than I anticipated. Comstar really can be a pain. Alright, let's show you guys nighttime. And I'll do a patrol.
The extreme weather conditions will interfere with your sensors and will most likely restrict visibility. Be careful out there.
So I added some light effects to the lightning as well. So lightning actually produces light. In the stock game it does not produce any light for some reason. But as you can tell, it's pretty damn dark. So let's turn night vision on. Because of the fog you can't really see far anyway. So you turn it off, not much difference. But you can see all the details and the rocks and stuff like that. So that's exactly what I want. So it's extreme weather, can't really see far no matter what. This one too. I might actually update the rain effects, because they only seem to spawn like 30 meters in front of you.
Target acquired.
Reading, concentrate fire on target.
We've been cleared for airstrike support on this mission, Commander. I'll give you the okay once you're in target range. Let's get out of here, Commander. Job well done.
So yeah, as you see, that's a lot darker now. But not so dark that you need a flashlight to see. So I want to keep this mod pretty much like playable in a stock game. So if you just really want a lighting enhancement, but you don't want to download any like flashlight mods or anything like that, maybe it conflicts with something, then you don't need to have that. A flashlight would definitely help and all that kind of stuff and add a lot more immersion, especially with the volumetric fog. Flashlights seem to work really well and they just look really nice because it is a point light, and point lights with volumetric fog just look amazing. So yeah, I would highly recommend you use a mod like, I think another Mech Lab has it just as a native kind of part of its array of modifications to the game, I guess. Well, that's what I'm trying to say. But otherwise, there's so many options here that I haven't shown you. So each time of the day definitely looks different. Everything looks different depending on the biome as well, the conditions, whether you got rain or not. So yeah, I hope you guys are excited to play, as it's not just a technological advancement over the stock lighting, but yeah, so I'm just gonna end the video here. Join the Discord. I'll probably put everything that I put in for this mod. It's not just lighting and weather effects, but I also did some post-processing, so motion blur and all that kind of stuff. Some of you might panic when you hear the word motion blur, but if you didn't notice it in the video here, then you really have no reason to panic. It's only a subtle motion blur to smooth out the animations in the game and make everything look less stiff and more cinematic. So even though there is motion blur going on in the game right now, you can't really tell. It kind of just looks like I've got VSync on running at 60 FPS the whole time, but you will get FPS drops in the game sometimes down to 30 frames per second, but the motion blur kind of really hides that effect. So even if this mod does reduce your frames, if you have a non-ray tracing card, ray tracing cards, for some reason you'll get an FPS boost and it looks prettier as well. So not too sure how that works, but besides that, the motion blur is very subtle. I'm pretty sure those guys that really do not like motion blur in the games will not have a problem with it. So yeah, I'm not going to go into everything here. I'm just going to end the video here because it's long enough. But yeah, join the Discord. Even if you have any questions, just ask me on there. I'll put the Discord link in the comment section. And yeah, so I need to update my Discord to have all my mod links, but otherwise you can just follow through on Nexus Mods, and you'll be sure to find my mods. I mean, like, just find my Sun mod. It's one of the most popular mods that there is, and yeah, this mod will be updated as soon as possible, and I'm going to try and update my other mods. So just look on the most recently updated mods, you'll see it. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. Until next time, I'm Tim Wolf, and I am out.